Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to give you guys an update on my cargo sleeper platform system. Now, as you guys know, I have two videos on my cargo sleeper platform, my first design and then my second design. This third design is kind of a blend between the two, just from experience and use, and what I feel works best for me and my family. So let's go ahead and take a look at what the system looks like now. Alright guys, here she is. This is my new cargo sleeper system here. As you can see right off the bat, I don't have a dual slider anymore. It's just a single drawer now. I still kept the single drawer just so I can fit more stuff in it. But I noticed that I never actually used this top slider because there was always junk on the top, and it made it almost impossible to pull this out without everything kind of flying all over the place. So you can see now it's just a solid platform on top, and I also opted to put this fridge slide in as well. This is a Tortuga XL fridge slider. It's a little bit overkill for this fridge. This is just a Dometic 40 quart CFX, so it's a little bit small for this slide. This is actually made for the larger freezer fridge combo one, but somebody was selling this on the Facebook marketplace for $200, so I decided to pick it up. So you can see here, this now replaces my top slider. It goes out pretty far. It goes out actually all the way. And this allows me to get my drinks relatively easily. Now, I was fortunate to only pay $200 for this. It did have a lot of play in it when I bought it, but I noticed that all the bushings in the back were just gone, and it was a quick fix because I had some extra slides that had the same kind of bushings, and I was able to fix it for basically free. You'll see it also has this cutting board as well, which also comes out, which works really nice because when I go fishing, I like to put all my nasty bait on here and actually cut it up on here. That way I can clean it easier. It also does come out with the fridge as well, so you do have the ability to put this all the way out if you like. Now, all the lock points don't work anymore. It seems it only locks at the end now, which isn't a big deal for me, but you can see I have a lot of working space now if I choose to actually pull this fridge out. It does take up quite a bit of space and actually makes my dual sleeper not functional anymore. It only functions as a single sleeper now, and I'll show you guys that a little bit later. All right, before we head to the drawer, we're going to show you guys the flaps here. You can see here it's exactly the same as before, except now I actually put the piano hinge back on and I made it two pieces instead of one piece. I found that when you had stuff in here, making it one piece meant that if stuff was back there, you wouldn't be able to open this, and that was kind of problematic. So I actually just slid it down the middle here, and that allows me to open them up independently now. So I can still store stuff back there and still get access to this piece right here. And then back here you can see there's really nothing. It's just the wire for the fridge. So you can see here on the other side is exactly the same thing. One thing I also did was I tied this little camping thing on here. It's a little bungee that allows me to put it in here on the fridge, and it keeps this thing open for me if I can do it with one hand. So you can see there, kind of works out nicely. And my compressor is still in here, and you can see I made this side also two pieces right there, right down the middle, so that way when stuff is back there, it doesn't prevent this one from opening. Now down here you can see I put a new control panel in here. I'll put a link to where you can buy one of these, but basically that allows me to power my fridge. Well, I had one before that powered my fridge there, but it kept coming loose and popping out. This one seems to be pretty secure in here. It's just a 3D printed one, and then also has USBs on the bottom, and then the voltage, and then this on-off switch to allow me to turn off my fridge if I don't want to use it. All right, guys, let's go ahead and check out the drawer now. So you can see here it's a single drawer system, and it's a little hard to pull out because I lost some of my ball bearings on my slides, but you can see it still works. It's got a lot of stuff in there. So first thing you'll notice here is I have a false top on here, which gives me a lot of working flat space. So if you're doing cooking or changing a baby's diaper or whatever you're doing, you have plenty of space to do that. You'll notice it comes out as well, and you can get access to all your stuff just like normal. So the false top just rides on a little lip here I put on the side. It's a 1/2 inch false top. You'll also notice I have a divider here that I put in here. It lets me take this out and in as I please if I want to use the whole thing, if I want to put a table in. Otherwise, I'll just leave this divider in so that way all this stuff stays in the front. So you can see here it fits a whole bunch of stuff. The false top goes back in. One thing about the false top is it does have feet under it. So you can see here it actually serves dual purposes. This thing is actually the sleeper platform as well. So I have to leave these feet on there. So basically when I put it away inside the drawer, I have to make sure that nothing gets in the way of these feet. So you can see there it fits pretty easily in there. One thing I also made sure is that this thing will actually allow me to slide it back far enough so that I can take out my butane burner here. That way I can get to my stuff easily without having to take this thing off, which would be a pain. And basically I can, you know, cook and do what I need to do here. So I can set this guy up, put it there, and if I need to put this away, I can just slide this forward, stick that back in there, and then get back to cooking. The nice thing is you can also use it in many different positions. So if you only want it halfway out, you can leave it halfway out. You can now sit on it. It's actually pretty strong. But if you want it all the way out, then you can leave it all the way out as well. Now this platform I built before I actually found the fridge slide. This fridge slide actually came as a bonus with this cutting board here. I know it kind of serves the same purpose, but it's actually nice to have this because if you're cutting things that are wet or disgusting like bait, you can easily clean this off, whereas this down here is not meant for that, clearly. But for cooking, it's actually not too bad, especially if you don't make a mess. Then you can just use this as that, you know, clean surface. All right, you guys, that's pretty much the drawer system. So I'm going to show you guys now that this thing still actually does function as a sleeper platform as well. So because of the feet, it actually hits the divider down here, so I have to pull it out a little bit more so that way I can get it out. But once you get it out, you can push this back in since we don't need that anymore. And we're going to go ahead and install this in the vehicle now. All right, we're at the side of the vehicle and I'm going to show you guys all the seats are still functional like before. You can lift that up, take the headrests off, and we're going to do the same to the other side. All right, we're going to get the platform in now. And just like before, there's a little lip that this side sits on. We're going to open the feet and then push it up against the seat snug. All right, you guys, there it is. So basically you can sleep one person on this side and you can have some extra storage on this side for, you know, more stuff that you want. You can still access the bottom for additional storage. And when you're all done, you can just take it back apart and put it back in and use it as the false top again. Well guys, that pretty much wraps up this video. If you guys have any questions about the build or anything that I did in this video, just let me know down in the comments below. I'll try to leave links to some of the materials and products that I use in the video description, so make sure you guys check that out. If you guys like content like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and also check out some of my other build videos on this cargo sleeper platform system, as I have a lot of measurements and tips in there as well. This is just what it ended up being, and I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on what I did since those two builds. So far I've been using it quite a bit and I've been pretty much enjoying it the way it is. And if I do make modifications to this build, I'll make sure to pin a comment down below so that way you guys are aware of it. As always guys, have a nice day and I'll see you guys in the next video.